What is going on, crypto fiends? Ryan Martello here, and today we have a news episode about a handful of very interesting things happening in the crypto sphere. Now, before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you to all you crypto fiends for supporting the channel. Whether you're leaving likes on the videos or comments down below, everything is greatly appreciated. So, to start things off, the market right now, we're looking kind of iffy. We're sitting relatively sideways right now for the past day. Bitcoin is down about 1%. The majority of everything is down just a little bit on the day. If we go over to the market cap charts, as you guys can see, this is where it happened about 2 days ago, where we dropped off around $17 billion. On the bright side, we are sitting very well stagnant right now, going sideways for about a day. So we did hit a somewhat level of support. Hopefully we can maintain this level and see some further growth from here on out. But that's not what we're mainly going to be focusing on today. So our first news article is coming from Pablo Escobar's brother and Donald Trump. This is a very interesting scandal going around right now. So, having allegedly been blocked from fundraising on GoFundMe, the brother of deceased drug lord Pablo Escobar has launched a cryptocurrency apparently targeting to impeach the U.S. President Donald Trump. Revealed on a new website, escobartrump.org, the new token has been dubbed the Escobar and is an Ethereum ERC20 based stablecoin. It claims to be pegged to the US dollar. The project was founded by Escobar's elder brother, Roberto. The website further claims the token to existence as a tool to raise money to impeach Donald Trump, where GoFundMe fundraiser was shut down and censored. Thanks to cryptocurrencies, there are no boundaries to be censored. The project is currently holding an ICO pre-sale of 200 million tokens, which launched Wednesday and runs until May 10th. Altogether, the Escobar estate hopes to sell 1 billion tokens, according to its white paper. By June, the website claims the stablecoin will be redeemable for dollars via a company in Belize. Olaf Gustafsson, CEO at Escobar Incorporated, told the Next Web that the plan has been to raise $50 million via the GoFundMe campaign they titled Bye Trump. But after their campaign was blocked on the platform, they decided to immediately launch the token he claimed. So this is a very interesting article going around the web right now. You have Pablo Escobar's brother, Roberto Escobar, launching their own ERC20 token in an ICO phase right now, dubbed the Escobar token. Now, their plan is to raise funds to potentially impeach Trump. It sounds very ambitious, and personally I don't really see it being realistic, but it's very interesting that you can really create any cryptocurrency out of thin air, and this is a good example of censorship. I mean, yes, it kind of does make sense why GoFundMe would block a fundraiser titled Bye Trump, but it also gives you a good example of how all of these platforms, these centralized platforms, can censor you in any such way they want to, and this is just one of those examples. So next up, we have NASA eyes blockchain tech to secure aircraft flight data. NASA is looking into blockchain technology, and this is really just great to see across the board. So NASA is examining blockchain tech as a means to ensure the privacy and security of aircraft flight data. Ronald Reisman, an aero computer engineer at NASA, published a paper on Monday suggesting that blockchain networks and smart contracts can help mitigate some security risks. Starting January 1st, 2020, the U.S. has been mandated by the FAA to use a new surveillance system, Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, or ADSB, which will publicly broadcast aircraft's identity, position, and other information. Civil aircraft companies will prefer to keep some data private, he writes, for example, to counter tracking executives as part of corporate espionage operations. Military aircraft traffic data, meanwhile, is defined by the Department of Defense as information that, if disclosed, would reveal vulnerabilities in the DoD critical infrastructure, and if exploited, would likely result in significant disruption, destruction, or damage of or to DoD operations, property, or facilities. Considering the sensitivity of related aircraft data, the military need for confidentiality is likely to remain decisive in their adoption of the ADSB. To address these and other issues, the researcher presents a prototype in the paper dubbed the Aviation Blockchain Infrastructure. based on Hyperledger Fabric and smart contracts, which allow control over what data is shared publicly or privately with authorized entities. For instance, aircraft state information such as altitude, indicated airspeed, heading, etc. could be kept secure via a private channel, while flight plan information such as aircraft type, origin, destination, file route, etc. can be published on a public channel for access to approved members. So this is a very interesting concept, and it seems like it is a go on January 1st of 2020. So about 1 year from now, they are going to be launching this ADSB system where it will allow us members that are allowed to view the information to see aircraft type, origin, destination, etc. But they wanted to strongly emphasize that they are going to have two sort of channels of information going, such as the altitude of the flight, indicated airspeed, where it's heading to, etc. And they also go into detail discussing how the military is not going to be using this as of right now because they want to keep all of the information private, and it does sort of make sense. You don't want to make vulnerabilities open to the public where you could see different routes, altitude, where the aircrafts are traveling, stuff like that. So it's great to see that blockchain is being utilized in the real world with NASA, and hopefully we can continue to see more adoption down the road. And this is not the first time that NASA has been set out to explore blockchain tech, seeking technology improvements. Back in February, the agency granted $330,000 to a professor at the University of Akron to support research on Ethereum blockchain technology to automatically detect floating debris. So a lot of stuff happening over at NASA, and hopefully we can continue to see blockchain adoption in the government sector, because that's where we really need it the most. So next up, we have Bitwise files for new Bitcoin ETF with SEC. So crypto startup Bitwise Asset Management has proposed a new Bitcoin exchange traded fund that it says would address the regulatory concerns that doomed previous attempts. If the ETF is approved, it will be shared and listed on New York Stock Exchange ARCA, which focuses on trading stocks and options. Having a regulated bank or trust company hold physical assets of a fund has been the standard under U.S. fund regulation for the last 80 years, and we believe that it is now possible with Bitcoin. Further, Highland said, "We are optimistic that 2019 should be the year that a Bitcoin ETF is launched. The SEC currently has one Bitcoin ETF rule change proposal sitting before it, filed by VanEck and SolidX in partnership with CBOE last year. A decision on proposal has been delayed a number of times, and its new deadline is on February 27th of 2019. So, Bitwise has sent an ETF proposal over to the SEC. They seem like they are sort of iffy on if it could get accepted, although they did change the overall regulatory framework to please the SEC, so we'll have to see down the road. But keep in mind, I personally forgot about it. We do have the CBOE ETF being announced by February 27th of 2019 if it is going to get accepted. This is one that a lot of people think will finally get accepted to a handful of different reasons, but it's nice to see that we have Bitwise coming out and trying to get another ETF as well. So that is all the news I have for you guys today. Not too much going on in the crypto space, but I wanted to get a news episode out to you guys. And as you guys can see, the majority of stuff happening right now in cryptocurrencies is very, very positive stuff, although the price is doing the exact opposite as of right now. So leave a comment down below, leave a like on this video, and if you are not already subscribed, consider subscribing for quality cryptocurrency content in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next. Woo!